What's up guys, today I'm bringing you a battle between MetalGro and Cosine180. This is losers bracket game 2 of round 3. So let's look at MetalGro's team. Of course he brought a MetalGro. And in the last few games, or in the last round I think, he brought a rock polished DNC, which was in MV's team. So yeah, maybe rock polish might be a thing, but I guess it's kind of a all-out attacking set with then headbutt, meteor mash, probably bullet punch, because bullet punch plus aquajet is pretty nice for late game. Also, he kinda has a Weavile weakness, except for Zoomrel, which doesn't like to switch in. Some also run poison jab, which does 60%, so Zoomrel. So yeah, probably has bullet punch on MetalGro just for a quick fix for the Weavile weakness. Then let's look at the things that get walled by Mega MetalGro, that are Skarmory, Scizor, Ferrothorn if you don't run Hammer Arm, which he probably doesn't, I'm not sure. Then Quagsire, Hippowdon if you don't run Grass Knot. So Pokemon like Superior and Hydreigon break Mega MetalGro's checks. So Superior is good against Hippowdon, sets up on it. Also Quagsire and Hydreigon with its coverage moves. It learns Fire Blast, Flash Cannon, Dark Pulse, and Draco. So yeah, Hydreigon is really good. Is a really good wall breaker. Also breaks Slowbro with ease. Superior too. So these two, Hydreigon and Superior, pair up really nicely with MetalGro because of their wall breaking potential. And then let's look at the rather defensive core of the team. This is kind of a bulky offense team because it doesn't have something that's really fast and really frail, but rather than stuff that can take hits. I mean, Hydreigon can take hits from Keldeo, for example, and Raikou Starmie if it doesn't have Ice Beam, or even hits from Superior if it isn't boosted. So the defensive core kind of is Rotom and Landorus. Now because he has a Rotom, which probably is the standard set with Will-O-Wisp, Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, Pain Split, I think Landorus is more offensive. I don't think it is Double Dance. That means Sword Sense and Rock Polish because he needs a Rock setter. MetalGro can learn Rocks, but we won't run it because every coverage move on MetalGro is very useful. So Landorus has Death Rock, then probably Stone Edge, Earthquake, and U-Turn to gain momentum to bring in Superior and Hydreigon. Hydreigon can learn U-Turn too, but coverage moves are really nice. And I think maybe Superior is a leftovers variant to handle Keldeo better because MetalGro, Landorus, Rotom and such cannot switch in. Or this is a life orb set and Hydreigon is, I don't know, maybe Scarf because he doesn't have so much speed on his team. So Hydreigon might be life orb, Superior might have leftovers, or Superior might have life orb and Miracle Seed, which boosts grass attacks, and Hydreigon might be another item. I'm not sure, maybe both are life orb, you can't see it really, but he kinda needs the speed, so yeah. Then let's look at Landorus and Rotom again. Rotom checks sand, checks birds, so if you run a defensive Landorus with a defensive Rotom, there's quite an overlap. Wouldn't really want that because they kind of do the same thing. So I expect this Landorus to be an offensive one with Stealth Rock. That means that he doesn't have Rock Polish, as I said, and Sword Stance. So, and I expect him to have U-Turn just to bring in the Switch initiative. And the standard Landorus set is Earth Plate with Adamant Max Attack, which is ridiculously strong. It does more than 40% to Hippowdon, which is a lot. So yeah, this is our MetalGro team. I didn't talk about Azumarill yet because I don't know really. I don't think, let's see, the options are Choice Band, Belly Drum and Assault Vest. I don't think it is Assault Vest, because Assault Vest is mainly used to switch into Keldeo, for example, or to live a hit from Thunderous and then Revenge Kill. But Superior and Hydreigon are already Keldeo switches, so this is probably not Assault Vest. And Choice Band with MetalGro is, they also kind of do the same, but it is always good to have two very strong attackers, but locking yourself into a move is not really useful, but it would be nice for late game. So the options are Choice Band or Belly Drum. We'll see what the match reveals. So that's it on MetalGro's team. After that, let's look at Cosine's team. Looking at it, you see that the switch into Superior, Scizor and Talonflame is a Heatran. And I assume that the trio is there to trap the Heatran, so that you remove the switch into Superior, Scizor and Talonflame, so that these three can put in work. Then he has a Starmie, of course, to spin away the rocks, which annoy Talonflame, and also the trio Sash. And then we have Raikou, I assume to gain momentum to kill other especially defensive Talonflames. They can be quite problematic because they burn Scizor, they beat Superior, of course, and Starmie is kinda, if Starmie is defensive, then its Scald doesn't do much. Let me calculate real quick. Its Scald does up to 50% on Talonflame. So also Starmie is the Keldeo switching of the team. Superior too, but Specs Secret Sword hurts a lot. So yeah, this team is centered around trapping Heatran and then putting in work, I assume. So let's see, let's just watch the battle. Okay, MetalGro leads with Rotom and Cosine leads with Superior. Now he has to switch out here into his Hydreigon, gets glared, gets paralyzed. So now he's going for the Fire Blast. That reveals that he is not Life Orb because there's no recoil, and this is probably Scarf because he goes for the second Fire Blast. And also I calc the damage. This is not the Specs variant. Specs variant does way more. He goes for the double Willows because he loses nothing from it. Hydreigon is choice locked, switches out into Superior here on the Will-O-Wisp. Now he can force out the Rotom. Now probably Hydreigon comes in again, or his own Superior. He misses the Leaf Storm with his, which is unfortunate. That would have done 25 to 30%, and then he had a boost. But now Talonflame comes in on the Superior. He doubles into Lando. Pretty good play. Now the Stone Edge is very threatening. He gets a crit. Now this crit reveals that it does 50%, and that is probably a very offensive Adamant Landorus. Now the Rotom is coming in on the recover. Dugtrio is coming in on the Volt Switch. Now Dugtrio is able to get up the rocks against this Rotom. Now Dugtrio gets Will-O-Wisp, so the Earthquake on MetalGro will do nothing. MetalGro cannot be trapped now because of that, because as I said, Earthquake will do nothing. And he goes for Volt Switch again. Pretty good play, predicting the switch out there. And Talonflame is of course the switch into Hydreigon. Now goes for Volt Switch back into Landorus. And now Cosine is kind of a problem because he either has to sack the Dugtrio or he goes into Starmie on the rocks. And now let's see what happens. He gets the kill on the Starmie. Now he has no spinner left. That means if he gets the rocks up again, Talonflame cannot switch into any move. It can, but rocks are very annoying against Talonflame. So he sacks his Hydreigon, which is paralyzed, otherwise would have put in much work. So he switches into MetalGro. Raikou goes for Volt Switch. This is not Specs because he switched moves earlier and he didn't do much damage. Now Scizor is a MetalGro counter, and as you see, +1 Hammer Arm doesn't do 50%, and Scizor can roost on it. This is probably this is defensive Scizor, of course. Maybe max defense, I'm not sure. And he goes for the knockoff again to try to kill the MetalGro, but Rotom is dead, kind of, but he still has to switch to wait for another turn for the burn damage, otherwise his Scissor gets burned. And the Talonflame switch was too risky. And now he goes back into Landorus. He can get up the rocks again if he wants. But let's see. He switches into... He sacks the Rotom on the Leaf Storm. And now... he should go... Metagross maybe? No, he goes Superior and doubles into Metagross. Superior has HP Fire that probably would have killed the Superior. You know, he goes back into Superior, goes for the HP Fire 2, just to get off damage on Superior, I assume. Maybe that would have killed, I don't know. After the burn damage, probably. Gets the kill on the Superior. Now Landorus comes in, gets the Wood-Wisp on the Landorus, goes for a U-turn. And now Azumarill has no chance of breaking through his team. Yeah, this is over. Scizor lives a hit, Raikou revenges, lives any hit. Yeah, Talonflame just sweeps, goes for Brave Bird. And yeah, this is over.